Hi, I'm Movie Man. I'm an octopus who reviews movies. And today's review is going to be on
rules
and consequences.
This is the latest film in the John Wick franchise. Now, I'm a big fan of the John Wick franchise. I've watched all of the movies and I've really enjoyed all of them. I went to go see Chapter 4 when it came out in the cinema there 2 years ago. Holy crap, I still cannot believe it's been 2 years already. But yeah, I really enjoyed Chapter 4 when it came out back in 2023. It's still on my top 15 movies of 2023. It's overall a great action franchise, and I'm pretty sure they actually are planning on making a Chapter 5, which personally I don't really know about because, well, it's just a bit weird to me that they'd make a Chapter 5 considering how Chapter 4 ends without giving anything away. But yeah, anyway, but even though Chapter 4 was seemingly kind of, the conclusion to the series, the franchise is not stopping there because, well, it seems we're going to get a few spin-offs now. I know we got that show there, The Continental, which personally I actually haven't watched the show myself. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be okay, not as good as the movies, but I haven't actually watched the show for myself. But now we have ourselves a John Wick spin-off movie, Ballerina. I was excited for this movie, obviously being another movie in the John Wick series. I was interested to see how they could expand upon this world a bit, and also we have Ana de Armas leading this, and well, honestly, she can be a really good action star. If you've ever watched the James Bond movie No Time to Die, then, you know how good of an action star Ana de Armas is. She wasn't even in that movie that much, but she was really good for that bit of screen time that she has in that movie. But now here she is getting to actually lead an action film with Ballerina. Yeah, and I was looking forward to it personally. Now, I know this movie was actually supposed to have come out last year. I'm pretty sure the movie was actually supposed to have come out around this time last year, but I'm pretty sure they actually delayed it to this year, because I think they wanted to add in some things to the movie. But anyway, the film is finally here now. I went to see it for myself yesterday, as of me recording this video, which today I'm recording this is June 8th. I saw the film for myself yesterday, and having seen Ballerina for myself now, in my opinion, I really liked it. Yeah, even without John Wick as the main lead, we can still have ourselves a compelling movie in this series. Trust me, I honestly really liked this film. But yeah, getting further into my thoughts. First off, the cinematography in the movie is really good. Like, honestly, I think this movie's very well shot, which, to be fair, for the John Wick franchise, that's not really a huge shocker. Like, I think pretty much all of these movies are really well shot, and yeah, that's definitely no exception here. Like, this movie has like kind of the same, sort of color correction that the other movies have, like with the kind of dark neon lights and stuff, like, you know what I'm talking about if you've watched any of these movies, like, yeah, it definitely kind of has, that same look as all the other movies, but, I'm kind of a fan of that style personally, and I think, like, it really does work for this one, like, it's a very well shot movie, and, like, obviously, with this being a movie in the John Wick franchise, we're obviously going to have ourselves quite a lot of action scenes, and I personally think the action scenes are really well shot, which, again, that should not be a surprise at all, but yeah. Really fun action scenes, really well shot, like, I definitely thought that, the cinematographer for the movie did a very good job. Like, plenty of really nice shots during the action scenes, and really nice shots in general, like, some cool overhead shots, like, all the different camera angles that we have in this movie, they're really good. They fit the movie very well, so I thought the cinematography was very good. I thought the editing in this movie was good as well. I already mentioned the action scenes. I think the action scenes are well shot. They're very well edited also. The way all these scenes are edited and stuff, you're able to enjoy the action. You're able to get with it and stuff. Yeah, personally, I found it very enjoyable. Like, I will give props to the film's editor because they did a good job, it's edited in kind of a similar way to the other movies, but it works very well here. Like, it's overall edited well enough. I thought, like, even how, like, some, like, the flashback scenes at the start of the movie, and, kind of for some of the montages that we have in this, like, they're, like, a bit fast-paced, but not too fast-paced for my liking. I thought there was kind of a decent momentum there and stuff. But yeah, overall, the editing in the movie was good. Now, as for the film's pace, now, this being like a John Wick movie, the film has a long enough runtime. Like, I'm pretty sure the runtime for this movie is 2 hours and 5 minutes, which, I think that is a solid runtime. Like, it's not too different from the other movies, and yeah, I think it's a good enough runtime. I don't think this movie needs to be too long. But in terms of, like, my overall thoughts on the pace in this movie, I thought it was honestly very good. Like, I think the movie is paced overall well enough. Like, despite being a 2-hour runtime, I actually didn't really feel it that much, to be honest. Like, to be honest, I actually felt that, like, the movie actually kind of flew for me. So yeah, it definitely didn't feel too long. I think also like with the amount of action scenes, it's going to be like an enjoyable movie like all the way through and stuff. Like it definitely won't feel like too long of a film, but like if I do have kind of any complaints, like maybe the pacing was a bit too fast at times. Like I think especially kind of during like the first half of the movie, like when like we're kind of getting to these like montage scenes of her kind of training and stuff, and like kind of showing like her childhood and kind of what led to all this. Like overall, I think it's paced well enough. Like I feel like maybe it feels a bit too fast, but it's not really something that really affects me all that much. Like personally, I overall like enjoyed the movie for like how it was paced, and yeah, despite being a 2 hour runtime, I didn't feel it that much. So overall, I think the pace in the movie is very good. In terms of the sound and music, now I gotta say, like, the sound effects in this movie are honestly really good. Like, again, that shouldn't be too much of a surprise given that this is a John Wick movie, but genuinely, I thought the sound design in this movie was actually, like, really good. Like, the sounds of the guns firing, all, like, the explosions, like, you just hear, like, the sounds of all of these, like, weapons and stuff. I thought that was really well done. But yeah, I thought it was a very good in terms of like, the sound design in the movie. Like, I thought overall the music in this movie was very good. It pretty much kind of has, like a similar score to pretty much all of the other John Wick movies, but I still think it's a really good score, and it definitely, fits the movie very well, I feel. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, that song that plays during the end credits, yeah, I really like that song. Honestly, I thought it was actually a really good song to kind of close the movie off. But yeah, honestly, overall, I thought they did very well in terms of the sound and the music. Really solid here, I have to say. Um, but now getting on to the characters and the performances. So first off, we have ourselves the main protagonist, Eve Maccauro, who is, of course, the titular ballerina. I really liked her as a protagonist. Like, I thought they did a really good job of like, actually going into her character's history. They establish her character, they show her past, how she becomes an assassin, and then basically showing her like on this path of vengeance. Like, personally, I thought they did really well in terms of like making Eve a compelling protagonist, and like I already mentioned earlier how Ana de Armas can be a really good action star. She proves that yet again with this movie. I thought her performance in this was honestly really good, and yeah, me personally, I wouldn't mind watching more movies with her character. I thought she was very good in this. Like, she definitely proves she's a very compelling action star, and yeah, she did a great job making Eve a very compelling character. But yeah, I thought she was really good in this. And I thought like the supporting cast were very good as well. Like we do have ourselves like a few characters from the other movies that return in this one, like the director from chapter 3 who comes back in this one. I liked her role in this. I thought she was very solid. We also have Winston back again in this movie, and yeah, I thought for the screen time he got, he was really good. I thought he actually fit into the movie really well, and yeah, once again, Ian McShane is very good here. And we even get to see Lance Reddick as Charon, one last time. I know he's not really in the movie that much, but I thought, honestly, he was decent for the screen time he got, and yeah, since I'm pretty sure this is actually like his final movie role, you know, it was nice to see him one last time, so yeah, rest in peace to Lance Reddick. And yes, even our main man John Wick himself actually does have a role in this now. Don't expect him to be in this movie that much. He's not in the film that much. It's only really during the film's third act when he comes in and he has a role in it. But like, honestly, I thought he actually had a good role in the film's story when he does show up. Like, they easily could have just got him in here as like, you know, a glorified cameo and really just only has him in there in order to, you know, get more people to watch the movie. But it doesn't feel too much like that. Like, he actually kind of does serve a role during the film's third act. I thought it was a solid enough role for his character, and yeah, obviously once again, Keanu Reeves is really good here, and he once again just really shows that even though like he's over 60 years old now, he still has it. Yeah, I like some of the returning cast members, and I thought even like some of the new cast members were pretty good. Like we have Norman Reedus in this movie. He has a role in this. Like I thought overall he was good enough for like the role that his character has in the movie, but all I'll say is though, don't go into this movie expecting him to be in it a lot, because yeah, he's not really in the movie that much, and as I said, I thought his character was good enough for the screen time that he has, but personally, I feel like maybe he could have had just a bit more screen time in order to kind of, you know, make slightly better use of him. Oh, and then we have the main villain of the movie, the Chancellor. Honestly, I thought he was a really good villain in this. Like, he was definitely a very intimidating villain during the screen time that he has in this. And obviously he's played by the Irish actor Gabriel Byrne. I thought Gabriel Byrne did a really good job in this. Like, he was really good at like playing this villain. Like, he was very intimidating in this role. Honestly, I thought he did a really solid job, but yeah, overall, I think the characters were very good. Like Ana de Armas is great leading the film, and even like all the supporting cast, both the returning ones and the new ones, were very good. Yeah, so like overall, I'd say that the cast and performances were very good. In terms of like the plot of the movie now, obviously this film is like, set like in the John Wick universe, and it's pretty much following, a different character. Like one thing I will say is they actually do genuinely put some effort into this movie. Like they don't just try to have it be like a direct copy of like some of the other John Wick movies. Like they try to do something a bit different with it. Like I know obviously like we have our main character and she's going on this like path of vengeance because her father was killed by the Chancellor when she was a little girl, and she's going after him and stuff. Like yeah, and I know the plot does feel familiar, but the movie does well with it. Like it is like a very fun action movie. Like I don't think you really come to these John Wick movies for the plot. Like really, what you're coming to see with these films is all the action. And trust me, I do think the action in this is a lot of fun. Like I already mentioned that they're very well shot, they're well edited, and like the action itself is really good in this movie. Like it's still overall pretty violent. Like maybe not quite as violent as some of the other movies, because this, unlike the other films, this movie is actually a 15A in Ireland as opposed to the 16s that these movies normally are. But some of the action in this movie is still pretty violent, and for what it's worth, I think it's honestly, fun action, engaging to watch. Like, if you enjoy like the other John Wick movies, you're probably gonna enjoy this as well because it's a fun time. But like, yeah, I do think like in terms of the story, like it's pretty straightforward, but it is engaging. Like the performances and the action definitely really carry it. Like I do think especially like during the film's second half, like it definitely goes like very hammy, like very over the top with like like it seems like in this universe, like pretty much everyone like is like a killer of some sort, because like we just have like a bunch of these people that are like going after Eve and stuff. Like trust me, this movie can get like very over the top, but nonetheless, it honestly is really fun. But yeah, like as I said, if you enjoy the other John Wicks, you're gonna enjoy this one. Cause like even if it's not Keanu Reeves leading it, like it's still a very engaging movie with like Ana de Armas leading it and plenty of engaging action, and it's really just a fun time. So I thought overall they did pretty well in terms of the plot, like in terms of making it its own thing and like kind of telling its own story and stuff. It was still a lot of fun and plenty of engaging action. Like in terms of the film's narrative structure now, we have kind of our main plot, like, with Eve, like, kind of trying to like get her revenge. That's kind of really our main plot, but like the movie kind of does like delve into other things. Like the main villain of the movie, the Chancellor, the film establishes how like he has like his own cult and stuff, and like the movie kind of delves a bit into that and how it kind of connects to Eve's past and stuff. Like I thought overall I did really well with that. I think that was kind of really the whole kind of gist of the narrative, and I thought like how they kind of tries to connect everything together. I thought they did a very solid job with this. Like even with like the amount that we have going on in this movie, like overall I think it all connects together pretty well. Now like if I do have kind of any like, sort of gripes to the narrative, I don't have a lot, but I will say there is a twist in this movie kind of towards the film's third act. There's a twist involving a certain character. I won't say why it is, but like I thought that twist was very obvious. Like, trust me, I definitely saw it coming. But like really other than that, like I thought they did well in terms of connecting everything together and making it actually feel like a genuine narrative, like even with all the action going on and stuff. Like I still thought that they told a solid story that actually fits well into the John Wick universe. But yeah, overall, they did a solid job there. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed Ballerina. Like, it's yet another fun action movie in the John Wick universe, and it proves that, like, even if John Wick isn't leading the film, it's still a very fun time. Like, it's very well shot. It flies by pretty well. There's some good music, some good sound effects. Very good performances in the movie, especially from Ana de Armas in the lead role. I like, it tells a good story, kind of, being its own thing in this universe, and it's overall a fun time with plenty of engaging action sequences. But yeah, I really enjoyed the movie overall. And if you are a fan of action movies, and if you're a fan of the John Wick series, then I definitely recommend that, you check this one out because it's a very fun time. If they are going to make another movie with Ana de Armas as this character, I say they definitely should, because trust me, I would watch another one of these. But yeah, I really enjoyed the film, and again, if this is your thing, then it's definitely worth checking out. So with all that said, I'm going to give Ballerina an 8 out of 10. So with that, I'll see you guys next time, and bye.